So let's say that they've done all this, and now they are starting to actually get some data in, and maybe it's gone beyond the spreadsheet. Maybe they've installed Google Analytics. They're seeing more real time data, and maybe not quite at the dream data level yet, but they're starting to see analytics come in. What should they be thinking about next?
So I think that's actually a good corner just to turn as well, is that like think about making sure that as much as possibly can leaves behind digital reflections. So there is data if you want to deep dive into analysis. So a few examples can be, if you do all your customer success work in like a Gmail inbox right now, you might want to change that up with a real customer success software so it leaves behind digital traces. Or if the salespeople are just, dialing with their phone, not using any tools, maybe like force them to call through HubSpot or Aircall or whatever they're doing.
So it can be tracked.
Yeah, so you can see like on this day, we did an outbound experiment where we called 100 customers. It was these customers we connected with 25% of them. I got 2 yeses. And so in all kinds of go-to-market activities, you can probably enforce that it leaves behind some digital trace as well. And then when you've gone through that exercise, I think what you should be striving for is then to build the connection between your activity and at best the deals you've won, or at least deals that reached a certain pipeline stage. Because that's what matters in B2B. Like we're in B2C, marketing can run marketing, and then you have a website that sells running shoes, and then you sell running shoes. And then the feedback loop is quite tight. But us B2B marketers, we have to be patient and we have to observe that it actually goes through the sales pipeline and the contracts get signed in the end. And that's our scorecard. That's new business. That's sales pipeline. There's nothing else that matters. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but you do marketing activities to produce sales pipeline. And that also means like you can be doing the best of marketing in the world, but if the salespeople do not pick up the phone, if they don't write to the leads that you produce, then though you produced great marketing, it's worth nothing for the company, or at least close to zero, because no revenue was won from this.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because just I think the previous episode I had Joe Pesci, who's a world-renowned sales trainer, and we talked all things sales, and that was one of his major things too. Is like your salespeople need to know what to do with these leads because you've done all this work, and now it's for naught, and then you the marketing team ends up looking bad, and that's the age-old infighting that we have. What it makes me think is you're talking, I'm thinking of all these things. I'm writing notes down here. I think after let me say it like this. I think that practically speaking, the progress for tracking your success as a marketing team should be first about tracking the progress of building your framework of how you're going to track so that you start to have success, like, if I want to build if I want to get stronger and build muscle, well, first of all, I need to know the right workouts. I need to have a time that I work out every day. I need to start tracking the progress of actually getting out there, showing up, and being there, and awkwardly moving the weights, until I kind of I've got a rhythm of how this works. It's in my day and it's working, and I've kind of hit the first phase. Now I can actually start to track progress of building muscle. I think it's the same thing for attribution. You got to start building somewhere. So track the progress of your build to get to where you can actually track, success. And I'd say parallel with that, I would say probably day one, marketing needs to have a conversation with sales and tell them what they're doing and say, okay, look, we're turning over a new leaf here. We want to know, the efforts we're putting in matter. And we're behind this. So we don't have a full clue of what we're doing, but we're going to start building something and we're going to let you know. And that starts the rhythm of the sales and marketing alignment. So sales can say, yeah, okay, well, once you guys get your stuff together, maybe we can help out. And it starts that back and forth conversation. So as you're building, and you get to the level of screenshots, you can share those with the sales team and say, hey, we're getting further along and building our thing here. And look, let me show you what we did and what it amounted to.
Yeah.
Are you seeing anything on your side? That starts a real conversation of feedback loop between marketing and sales.